Hello and welcome back to episode 100 of the Railwaymen. Yeah, it's been great. We've been going for a long while and, you know, hopefully we've been able to make ourselves proud. So the first thing I'm going to look at, I'm just going to go, well, we're going to have a look at our squad. And I'll run you through all the players, all their attributes. So we've got Malay. Our training facilities are not good enough. Eklena, again, loads of red arrows. Gonzalez, not as much red, but he's deteriorating. Augusto's 30. He's not deteriorating for some reason. Despite only having 13, he's going to be finished when our training facilities get to him. Victor, deteriorating. Still good, but deteriorating. Nunez, not been here long enough to start deteriorating. Josh Wood, deteriorating. Yeah. But yeah, if we look at Collot, absolute beast. But like, these were all 16, 17s. And I'm down to 14. Oh, God. Oh, God. Our training facilities are genuinely unacceptable. Something I didn't tell you, because I completely forgot. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Yes, here we go. UEFA Champions League champion Didcot Town have begun the process of appointing a new chairman, according to Sky Sports News. The front runner for the job appears to be director Charlie Harding, who could be prepared to pay around $1.2 billion to gain a controlling stake in the club. It's interesting. That's a lot of money. Oh, we're valued at 1.67 billion. Didcot Town, man. Like, the trophy cabinet varies, doesn't it? And you can see the journey we went on. Yeah, I mean, whew, not bad at all. Jamie Heapy, still the most Didcot Town League appearances. Collot with 50. Makes sense. Let's have a look at some of our... Well, if we look at managers, 12 years, 40 days in charge of Didcot Town. That's a long time. That's such a long time. Oh. "12 years. Mental! As you can see, Collot breaking all our goal-scoring records. Jamie Heapy has just been appointed Didcot Town manager in real life, actually. I say just. A couple of weeks back when you were seeing this. Yeah, he's still the most league appearances, but I'm confident that will change. I don't know who of our proper current players are the closest. Highest average rating, Moiser. Yeah. He had a good season that year, I remember that. Youngest player, Cashman versus Scarborough. Doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, 16 years old. Oldest player, Scott Maxfield. He's now a 54-year-old manager. Jesus Christ. I can't remember what he was like as a player. Most goals by a player in a match is Seth Humphreys with 3. That needs to change this season. We need someone to get 4. Fastest goal, Matt Middleton versus Sheffield Wednesday. I don't remember that one, I have to admit. Or do I? It might have been in a video. It might have been in a video. You can go back and try and check. End of the championship season. Victor, most assists. Last year. Had a brilliant year. Otavio, where are you? Shakhtar. I mean, he's done worse in a worst league. I mean, maybe we made a good decision with that. Walsh, oh, Walshy. It's available on a free transfer. The 36-year-old. That's the one they're talking about, right? Yes. Bloody hell, he was so good that year. 39 goals. Not quite Collot level, but it's bloody insane. Balzac's our youngest goal scorer against Sheffield. I remember that one. Oldest goal scorer, Willock versus Colneshill. 27th of October 2018. Now that takes me back. Sequence is 15 wins in a row. Yeah. Biggest defeat was the 9-0 to Man United in the FA Cup. Biggest win was a 7-0 over Fenerbahce. Highest scoring game was still that Swansea game. Oh, that was one hell of a game. We're going to go through our games. Record transfer, Josh Wood. Nayuti. How's Nayuti doing at PSG? I mean, high average rating. I'm glad we sold him. Okay? I'm going to come out and say I'm glad we sold him. Lowest attendance, 106 versus Barton Rovers. 29th of September 20. So early on against Barton, we had 106 people turn up to a game. Highest attendance was our 30,000 versus Schalke at home. You know, we're obviously limited by the stadiums we've played in. Highest position, first in the Premier League. Lowest position, 17th in the Hellenic Premier. 95-96, not bad, really. Not bad at all. If you look at some of the teams in here, Windsor, Reading City, North Lee. North Lee? Wow. Wow. Bishop Cleeve. Gloucester! Oh, Gloucester, what has happened to you? The Nomads won it. Yeah, we won it in 2000. That's mad. Is this the 9th tier? Is that the 9th tier? Forest Green! That Newport. We'll go through all the league systems next. Then we'll have a look at some of our results. You look at how our attendances rose. We had 1,700 for the FA Cup. And then last year, 30,000. I mean, 13,000 the year before. That was in Didcot, though. Biggest attendance in Didcot. Gate receipt, £883. Wow. Lowest attendance. Yeah, that's mad. Oh my god! In 24-25 we had 259 people turn up to a game. Admittedly it was a Checker Trade trophy, but that is tragic. Average attendance 130 in season 1. Last year it was 23,290. Mad. Biggest win, obviously this one against Arsenal. That one against Havant was our number 1 for a long time. Remember that Concord game? I do! Somehow I remember that game against Concord. I was so happy about it because it was like, at the time, a brilliant, brilliant victory. Now if we beat Concord 6-1 it will be like, only 6? We conceded. As you can see, some brilliant season. Collot, I tell you what, this man, he scores goals for fun. Guaranteed to become our all-time top goal scorer, I'm pretty sure. Nunez, second biggest transfer. And yeah, absolute shout. So Ian Cannon, most league goals by a player. Collot is on 52. Okay, so a couple of seasons away, he might just do it, you know. If we look at the kids, nothing really special. Yeah, we've not really built up an academy yet. We've been bringing some decent young players through our ranks, though. So, no real complaints here. Rodney Granger is South Korean. Oh, I can't Can I sign him? Yeah, no. No, he's one of the worst he's one of the worst greyed out players I've ever seen. So, Premier League. We'll start off going through England, then we'll do all the big leagues, then we'll do like Europe, World Cups, Euros. We've been the top league ever since we started winning it. That's not bad. If we look at the past winners, we won the last 3, and then it was a united dominance. Tottenham won it in 2021. Arsenal had 2. Arsenal actually, got 2. That is interesting. That is very interesting. If we look at some of the records, most times winner Man United with 26. Most points Man City. That's what we want to go and try and beat. Fewest points in a season Stoke. 1800s. Most league wins was Man City. Again that season. Fewest league wins Derby. Most defeats was Stoke. Bloody hell, Stoke are quite poor. Fewest league defeats in the Preston. 0. Went unbeatable in 88-89. 1888-89, that is. Fewest draws, Villa got 0 in the 1800s. Averaging about 40,000 attendance, not bad. Lowest attendance was Wimbledon at Everton. Highest average attendance was Tottenham with 80,000. How big is the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium these days? 77, that's something we have to look at. Shall we have a look at stadiums, actually? So Tottenham Hotspur Stadium's the biggest, then Old Trafford, then West Ham, then the Emirates, Etihad, Anfield. Has anyone built a new stadium? Us and Bournemouth. It looks like it's just us and Bournemouth, so everyone else has got the same. Swansea, I don't know if that's bigger. No, it is bigger. That's quite a lot bigger. Villa have built a new stadium, the George Ramsay Stadium. Quite fitting that probably one of their biggest ever legends gets a stadium named after him. Cardiff City Stadium, it's not actually 120k, but I don't know. Sunderland's still at the stadium like Brian Clough Park, Nottingham Forest. Quite like that. Hillsborough, Pride Park still, Bramall Lane, Ewood, Bet365, Stoke. They're still playing at Hewish Park. Oxford still at the Kassam. Brentford obviously at their new stadium. Wimbledon in the Championship at Plough Lane. Their obviously new Plough Lane Stadium. Den Oakwell, John Smith's. Portman Road, Ipswich. Molyneux. They haven't expanded it like they probably will in real life. I've seen the plans. It looks saucy. If we go to League One, Elland Road, Leeds in League One. Medeski has not been expanded one bit. Don't know what to think of that. Kenilworth Road, still there. They haven't moved out. Billericay, yeah, there's some mad ones, to be honest. League 1, no, League 2 even. Bradford still at Valley Parade, that's the biggest stadium there. Anyone really made any interesting new ones? No. And then, biggest in non-league is Brampton Park, I assume. Port Vale in the Vanarama National League North. I know. Mental. Twerton Park, Bath. I miss Twerton Park. Just going through all the lower league stadiums. It's interesting. Okay, so let's just go through all the divisions and have a look at teams we see interesting. Championship. 19th in reputation, past winners. Everton, obviously, that was a mad one. Most points still belongs to us. Most league wins, us. Very nice. We'll take that every day. Yeah, Yeovil, Oxford. I mean, Yeovil are now in non-league in real life. That's a mad one. Wimbledon is crazy. I mean, Notts County, another one in non-league. The two teams that are relegated to non-league are in the Championship pretty much 10 years later. So if you are a Notts County or a Yeovil fan watching this, chin up. It'll all turn out okay. You'll be in the Championship. Millwall, they're doing quite well. Sheffield United and Villa, yeah, that's not too surprising. Cardiff. Bolton. Okay, so some interesting ones. Sunderland and Ipswich in the bottom three makes sense. If we have a look at League One, Billericay top League One. Oh my God, Billericay! What a exceptional. They've been League One, League Two. Fair play. I know they have a lot of money behind them, but still, fair play. I need to do another non-league save. I love bringing up a non-league team into. Yeah. Anyway, Burton. Yep. Okay. Dons, Portsmouth. Hull. Yeah, that's a bit of a drop down. Leeds is a big one, being in League One. Posh. Still there. Leyton Orient. Considering they started in non-league, that's quite good. Mansfield. I mean, Wrexham are doing quite well in League One. I know they're pretty much bottom, but you know what I mean. Chesterfield as well. Colchester. Rotherham are down there. Northampton, obviously we're down there. QPR as well. I didn't mention QPR. Wigan. Wrexham. Yeah, not bad. We look at League 2. There should be some interesting clubs in here. Gateshead top League 2. That is an interesting one. Telford. Do you have any big teams that have fallen down? Preston North End is a big one. Preston are... Did they just get relegated? Surely they've not been in like League... Yeah, they just got relegated. They've been in League 1 a couple of years, mid-table. Interesting. That one really, really is interesting. Preston. Swindon still down there. Bristol Rovers, Forest Green, Plymouth Shrewsbury. Chester back up there. Boreham Wood. I mean, not too many shocks, actually. Like, we're talking about Boreham Wood's probably potentially the biggest shock, apart from Preston, and that's interesting. They're all kind of big non-league sides. And Telford, I guess, as well. If we look at the National League, Wycombe are still non-league. I don't know what happened to Wycombe, because they were bouncing between the north and the south for a long time, and I've kind of found some stability, but could be dropping down again. Managed by Benny Kafobe. Fascinating, really. Newport. That's a shame. I like Newport. But then on the other scale of things, Bury. Maybe not surprised with their financial problems, but they have just been promoted in real life, so. Yeah, they dropped out of the league system pretty quickly. Probably shouldn't be a surprise with their finances. We're in the National League for so long. I don't remember playing against Bury in the National League. But apparently we did. Chorley. Stevenage, I guess, is an interesting one. Now, Vanarama National North. We know the big one's Port Vale. We can't look at all the teams, unfortunately. But yeah. Look at the South. Us. Fascinating. It really is so fascinating looking back on this save, because this is an archive, really. Oh, the days where we used to lose 8-0 to a team like West Ham. Oh, not today. Beat Newbury, though. 40 people. God damn it. We played in front of 17. Oh my god! What? We played in front of 27 people! That is... That's 12... That is 12 seasons ago, we played in front of 27 people. Now we're champions of Europe. Mental! 57, 37. 37 again. And this game against Yaxley, this was intense. Like, this was really intense. Callum McNish scored a vital penalty. We ended up winning the league. Narrowly. Was it Bromsgrove? Oh, God. It was Peterborough Sports, wasn't it? Yes. I think. Off the top of my head, it might have been Peterborough Sports. But yeah, 500 at Yaxley on the last day of the season. Admittedly, we only brought 2 fans with us, but those 2 fans, they went home, celebrating winning the league. Not bad. I don't have much personal time to spare, but what I really need to do is I need to get a personal non-league save. So yeah, Wellington City, the first game of the series, then Bedford, Tame, Corby was our first drop points. First defeat was that one against Cambridge. I relatively remember how good they were. Kind of dropped off later on. Peterborough Sports, we got a good draw away. Late draw away as well, Mark Lovell. Season after, started off quite poorly. Biggleswade, 2-0. It wasn't great, but then we sort of went on a run. Beat Hartley in our replay. And yeah, this is the one where we thrashed Concord. FA Cup third qualifiers against the fourth, and then went to the Hive, got beaten by Barnet, but yeah, Shaquille Cool first with the goals, and yeah, interestingly, he had a decent career for himself. Played for some decent lower tier sides. Lower stuff we beat 5-1, so this was our biggest victory at the time. Hitchin we managed to beat 1-0, Hilnzo in. Russian and Diamonds, we did lose that one. That was our second league defeat of the season. And it was not a fun one, I'll have to admit. We went 2-0 down. Nearly pulled it back. Would have been fun, wouldn't it? And then we kind of just went unbeaten. There was a period of draws here. And then won the league and a bit of a counter, to be honest. I remember this game against Old Church. It was mad. And frustrating as well. Next season we started off against Maidenhead. I remember that one. We'd beaten Bristol City in pre-season, so it wasn't like Elliot Parrott, that name brings me back. And yeah, we lost to Maidenhead and it was like, oh, okay. Drew with Bromley. Oh, this is not going well. Beat Worthing, and that was quite an important win, because Worthing weren't amazing in terms of a National South team. Where are Worthing these days? That's a good question. Ifsmean. Okay. Beat Worthing. And then having at Waterlooville, needed a performance, and we bloody got one, didn't we? 6-0 against Havant. We beat Welling 1-0, Aaron Woodley. Drew with Torquay. Can't go through all of these. Oxford City, 5-0. I enjoyed that one against one of my former clubs. We beat Dorking, I remember that one. Oh, this game against Dover was so stressful. Like, I was exhausted, because it was like, I did this episode like 2 in the morning. It was horrible. We managed to get through that, and then lost at home against Wickham. That's such a terrible first round draw. But we dealt with the hand we were dealt. FA Trophy beat Marlow, which is not bad. Marlow aren't a terrible side. Then lost to Brackley, which was a frustrating game again. But then, yeah, 2 5-3s in a row and then a 6-2. Goals were flying in at this point. Just managed to steady the ship a bit. Got back to this point. This was around the Christmas special, I think. And we ended up winning the league. Again. And Vanarama National. Now this, obviously you can see our pre-seasons back in the day were quite over the top in terms, we wanted as much money as physically possible. Opening day of the season, lost to Ebbsfleet, and I think I took positives from this because Ebbsfleet were one of the better teams in the league. They've yo-yoed, haven't they? Ebbsfleet, yeah, they were in League One only a couple of seasons ago, so it wasn't like, oh, terrible, because they were one of the better teams. Beat Harrogate and then lost to Leyton Orient. Again, one of those where you go, oh, one of the better teams in the league. We kind of drew a lot, managed to beat Macclesfield. And yeah, we kind of went through this period of just, complete meh. Managed to get past Maidenhead to get in the first round. And lost away at Scunthorpe. Only for around 2,000 people as well, so didn't really benefit us. And this season was a bit of a stinker, to be completely honest. We then had February and March, which was probably my worst month or so in terms of Football Manager. It was horrific. It was completely horrific. But then Telford and Newport pretty much saved us, and then just terrible result, and thrashed on the last day by Dover. We needed to change some stuff before next season, and we did. We really did. Drew with Chesterfield, the favourites for the league, 0-0 on the opening day of the season. And at that point I went, okay, we're getting this done. And we didn't lose for a long while until we played Leyton Orient, lost 4-1. This was annoying, because we went 1-0 up as well. I remember this. The ref gave 2 penalties that weren't penalties. Sometimes it just goes like that. A lot of draws. And then about this point in the season, January, it's so important to start turning those draws into wins. December, January, we did. We started winning more games. That's when our title push really started. If we talk about the FA Cup, beat Chelmsford, beat Scunthorpe on penalties, which I didn't show. Then we beat AFC Wimbledon. And I remember this episode so well because this happened. We got drawn away at Old Trafford. 72,000 people. I don't think we'd be where we were if we hadn't have played this game. It kind of just helped us get up the league a bit more. And then we sort of kept going. We beat Sutton, beat South Shields, got to the final of the FA Trophy, and then if we go down, we lost. Didn't win in 5. Kind of reminds me about the end of last season, and that was gutting. I so wanted to win the trophy. Macaulay Bonne, he's gone now, but you know, very good striker for Orient in real life, and obviously did the business there. But anyway, we won the league up into League One. League Two we went, and it started off not great. It started off not great. We lost to Doncaster, a good Doncaster side. I think they got promoted with us. Dagenham and Redbridge was a draw. Then we beat Morecambe 3-0. It's like, okay, Tollage has started scoring goals. And Tollage for us, was he? Yeah, we brought him in for the League Two season, and he was the player for us. Lost to Millwall in the League Cup at home, but again, sold a lot of tickets. It was a good thing for us. Drew at home with Rochdale, drew away at Crewe, beat Crawley, drew with Carlisle, beat Colchester on penalties. And yeah, we did lose to Chelsea on penalties. Andrew Molesworth is now at Notts County, not getting in their team. Yeah, it can be a brutal thing, this. And then Bristol Rovers, we played them a lot. I think we played them 3 times in one episode. It was a bit over the top. And we managed to beat them twice. Really vitally. Goes through to the second round of the FA Cup, where we beat Coventry, got in the third round. Beat West Ham at home in the Checker Trade. And yeah, that was a good month for us. November, December, and then somewhat January. Lost away at Leicester. You know, what can you do? Lost to Southend in the Checker Trade. It wasn't great. Connor Chaplin, of all people, with the goal for them. I remember when he was the must-sign for FIFA and Championship teams on career mode. And yeah, no, we kind of didn't lose much for the rest of the season until we got to the end. And yeah, as you can see, 5 draws from 6 and a defeat is abysmal. Dwight McNeil, bloody hell. And yeah, is that Vince Harper? Is that the West Brom kid? I don't know if that's that Harper or not, but yeah, end of the season with a draw against Wrexham, won the league into League One, and in 24-25 it was one of our better seasons. Went into the season away at Burton and we went 4-0 up, and at that point I was thinking, okay, Championship, here we come. And I was absolutely right. We'll get to that though. Beat MK Dons as well, that's a huge result, always. Vodka with a brace, this was the point where Vodka came in and was amazing. And you know, we like Vodka. He was very good for us. Northampton, we managed to beat them on penalties. DJ Buffonge, still at Northampton. What a name. He plays for United. Fair. Why isn't he starting over Pogba? With a name like that, and then we beat Exeter. Going a bit down the line. Beat Palace under 23s on penalties. Forest Green to get to the third round of the FA Cup, and then we beat Portsmouth. Then we beat Newport in the FA Cup third round, and it was like, okay, this is the furthest we've ever got. That's good. We've been knocked out of this stage the past 2 years by Premier League teams. We finally won. Away at Rodney Parade as well, 8,000, so we got a bit of money for it. Then we ended up losing at home against Hull. What can you do? Checkatrade Trophy South quarter final. Beat Ebbsfleet after beating Swindon on penalties. And yeah, we were going well in the league, and we just stormed to victory. I think we won the league around here-ish. It was around about here. Got to the final of the Checkatrade Trophy, where we would play Chesterfield. And as you can see, we won it. I think we won the league here. I remember this Sunderland game having so much importance. And then Chesterfield beat at Wembley. Just went 3-0 up, had a man sent off. Luckily they had a man sent off. And we won. Went on a poor run of form before beating Lincoln and Exeter. And then lost to Southend on the last day. Championship was next, and this was going to be tough. Lost to Cardiff on the opening day, but again, a good Cardiff side. They had Rafa Mir. He's still a decent Championship player, so imagine how good he was here. I mean, you can see how good he was around there. Very good. Drew with Brentford at home, West Brom away. That was a really good result, but at that point you're thinking, oh, God, what are we going to do? Beat Leeds 3-0. That was the catalyst, because we then beat Norwich 3-1, Ipswich 1-0, Forest 2-1, then Luton 2-0. And that was great. We'd been on a run. We'd only lost one game, and then we went to the Medeski and lost. Liam Kelly scoring pretty much the deciding goal. Now at Minnesota in America. Reading legend, pretty much. Oh, I just wish he could do that in real life. Chances are he'll leave this summer. Bit of a shame. What could have been. Beat Fulham on penalties. And we won every game in September. October we won every game apart from Leicester. Again, losing at the King Power, but this was a much closer game. We played well. Then again, almost went unbeaten. And then this was an episode. My luck exactly. 3-0 defeat, 4-0 defeat, but Stoke and Blackburn were very good that year. But we picked up our form. We beat Cardiff just, and we went on our run. We beat QPR 4-1. We beat Reading 4-1. Beat Cardiff 2-0, and we were in the 5th round of the FA Cup, where we lost away at the Amex in front of 30,000 people. Decent money maker that was. Beat Birmingham, and there's that game against Swansea. 95th minute winner. Oh, we can't watch it back, but that was an insane game. I wish I'd made that part of an episode, but yeah, we'd just done an episode. Well, we'd done an episode with Brighton. And yeah, seeing out the season, we did very well. Unfortunately, we lost to Stoke on the last day of the season, but that win against Blackburn made it more than enough. Yeah, Premier League. First season, mixed. We lost 3-0 away at Chelsea in the opening day, and it was like, okay, here we go. Beat Wolves 3-1, and that was a big result. Lost to Tottenham very narrowly. Drew with Watford, beat Southend as we should, and then drew with Man City. Lost to West Ham. Frustrating, but we just had to live with it. Beat Bournemouth, and at this point we're struggling. Beat Burnley in the League Cup, just lost to Arsenal. Then October was an okay month. We did manage to knock Watford out to get the 5th round of the League Cup. Quarter-final, in fact. Lost 4-1 to Liverpool, but in the next episode, one of the most famous Railwaymen victories of all time, that 2-1 against United. We hadn't beaten any of the big teams up until this point, and I love that it was against United. It was one of my favourite games ever in this series, and I was almost shaking at the end of it. It was incredible. Lost to Chelsea, but won every other game, got to the semis, where we got knocked out by Arsenal, unfortunately. Beat Telford and beat Birmingham. Lost to City, to be expected. Beat West Ham, though, this time. Went unbeaten in February, going to the 6th round of the FA Cup, where we beat Liverpool in the 6th round. We beat Liverpool then in the 6th round, yeah. Lost 6-2 to United, but drew with Arsenal. Beat Leicester at Wembley. Oh, that David Walsh late goal. That was so valuable. 3-2 against Huddersfield and 4-3 against Leicester. Pretty much that Nuno Corte Real goal. He's now at Bruges. That Nuno Corte Real goal. Huge. Because we were safe in the Premier League. And I think we finished 7th that year. Drew with West Brom. Not a bad result, because we know West Brom are decent. Lost to Liverpool, lost to Everton, beat Southampton, beat Burnley, and then lost 9-0 to Man United. But that doesn't matter, because on we went, and the next season would be a famous one. We won our first 5 games of the season, drew with West Ham, and then beat CSKA in the Europa League. This was our first ever European game. It was quite comfortable. And then lost to United. But we started winning again. We thrashed Ajax. We beat Swansea comfortably. Drew with Arsenal. Beat West Brom. Drew with Nice. Admittedly lost to Liverpool. But we beat West Brom. We beat Blackburn. We beat Nice. So we're in the 5th round of the League Cup and we're storming the Europa League. Beat CSKA. So we were scoring goals for fun in Europe. Apart from that game against Nice where we couldn't score. Then another 4 against Ajax. Beat Cardiff to get to the semi-final of the League Cup again. Beat Tottenham just. Again, another late goal by Vassi. Beat Wolves 5-1. And then 2-0 against Everton to see out 2027 into 2028. Won our first game against Sheffield United 5-1. Balzac scored in the 92nd minute, becoming our youngest ever goal scorer. Then lost to Manchester United in the Carabao Cup. And lost to them again. So another semi-final reached with no reward. Blackburn, we beat 2-0. Chelsea 1-0, West Ham 3-0. We are storming the Premier League. And then we beat United at Old Trafford, and that was so key. 3 wins here against Basaksehir, Luton and Basaksehir. Besiktas into the 6th round of the FA Cup and the Europa League's 2nd knockout round, where we played Juventus and unfortunately lost on away goals. It was agonising because we played so well. At that point, that was the moment I went, we're a force to be reckoned with now. Drew Liverpool in the middle of that, beat Yeovil in the 6th round to get to Wembley, where we beat Tottenham. And yeah, against Watford we lost. Snake scored a 91st minute winner, and at that moment I thought, this is all falling apart. We only need a win. And then we beat Man City. Christian Gutierrez with an absolute rocket. We were Premier League champions, and then we made it a double by beating West Ham 4-1 in an FA Cup final. And yeah, I shouldn't need to recap you through all of this. This is 2 seasons ago. Played Yeovil a lot in this series, haven't we? Won our derby against Oxford, our first ever derby. Started winning loads of games in October, November time. Slight stutter at the start of December, but kept pushing on. Unbeaten through the rest of December, January and February. Unbeaten in March. April is where our season started to slip a tiny bit. Knocked out of the Champions League in extra time by Chelsea after making an incredible comeback. Lost 1-0 to Tottenham, but at that point we were pretty much there. Kept pushing. And against West Brom, we needed a win to guarantee it, and we won. And then we beat Man United 1-0 in an FA Cup final. We also won the League Cup as well against Tottenham. That was probably our best season so far. But then last season, beat Tottenham in the Community Shield. Won our first one of those. Was it? Yes, our first one of those because we lost to Chelsea. Lost to Man City, but kept pushing. Started winning every game. Beat Fenerbahce 7-0. A couple of 0-0 draws against Real Madrid and Man United were fine. Kept winning. Then we had the slip, which are the videos that are just coming out as I show this. Got back to winning ways. It was only a little blip. And just pretty much won every game until April. Which was exactly what we needed to do because we got to the Champions League semi-final. We beat Cardiff, drew with Brighton, beat Dortmund, drew with Tottenham, drew with Dortmund, drew with Southampton, lost to Arsenal in the FA Cup final, but won the Champions League. Whew. Shall we have a look at some other league winners? So let's go Spanish First Division. As you can see, if we go Spanish First Division, Real Madrid, it's just the big boys, Bundesliga, I think, yeah, it's not going to be fun looking because Bayern have won it every year for nearly 20 years now. Yeah, not great. Serie A has seen quite a bit of change. As AC Milan are now the top dogs, Napoli and Inter with trophies in there. Juventus haven't won it since Ronaldo retired. I'm just saying. Farmers League, no. Juventus just aren't that great, and Ronaldo's carried their season. Let's be real. Ronaldo carried their season. Because they wouldn't have got past Atleti in the Champions League to even lose to Ajax. They might have won Serie A, probably, but yeah, no. And then if we look at Liga, I think it's pretty much just been PSG. Yeah, it's just been PSG. Last winners were Monaco in 16-17. Yeah. If we look at the Europa League, it's been English dominated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 English winners in a row. 6 out of the last 7 have been English winners. But yeah, current season was won by Roma, then Marseille, Man United, Lyon, Valencia, Liverpool, Roma, Arsenal, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, and then West Bromwich Albion. If we look at the Champions League, I assume the standard will be a bit higher in terms of winners. I mean, perhaps. Barca won it this year. That's not happened. Barca won it the year after. AC Milan, Man United, PSG got 2 in a row. City got 1. Atleti finally got 1. PSG got 1. Benfica got 1. Chelsea got 1, and then we got 1. If we look at the Euros, I've not looked at the Euros at all. Holders of Spain. Hey, it came home! England won it in 2020. France in 2024. Spain in 2028. If we look at runners-up, 2000. So we beat Switzerland in the final. Should we go back and see that game? England didn't win any World Cups yet, by the way. If we just go back to 2020. Yeah, beat France, beat Germany, beat Israel. Yeah, Israel playing in the Euros does seem a bit weird now I think about it. Like, it works for a World Cup, but a Euros is a bit odd. Beat Scotland on our way to win it. Our group was nasty. Portugal, Belgium, Scotland. To get through that and then to go and win the whole thing takes some doing. Shall we have a look at the Nations League? Did England not get through? They must have done. Oh, wow! But they were in the second tier. Bloody hell, okay. They were in the second tier. The Nations... African Cup of Nations we'll have a look at. Nigeria have been quite dominant. Ivory Coast, Senegal, and Cameroon in the 2019 edition. Interesting. Nigeria have kind of dominated African football. We've got one in November in Ghana. Interesting. So if we want to go nations, not the North American Nations League. Do we have the if we just look at England? There we go. I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay, I have no idea. It's difficult to say who won Nations League. Shall we have a look at the World Cup? Do we really care who won the Nations League, by the way? Because I don't know if I do. Won by France. Brazil and then Italy finished third. Croatia actually won their back-to-back, which is not bad at all. Beat England in 2022. Oh no, we definitely had a golden generation, but couldn't make use of it. And yeah, I mean, not bad. Not too bad at all. Portugal and Croatia must have been an interesting final. Then France, Brazil. So yes, that is pretty much everything. Sure. If we look at staff, we are the best at everything in the league. I took a lot of time. Dynamics. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at happiness. Okay, social groups. Oh, Nunes needs a mate. That's a bit harsh. No one particularly opposes me, but a lot of people don't support me, which is concerning. But all our atmosphere is very good. Our cohesion's good. Our managerial support is very good, which is nice. Geraldo wants to leave due to I don't like to get a work permit rules. Are just odd. But yeah, that is episode 100 pretty much done. How long has this gone on for? 47 minutes. I might as well end it here. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on. I've been Ruse DC17. I will see you for a West Bromwich doubleheader. Cheerio.